So let's call this guy Rode. Rode is shocked because he just found his wife, Stella, dead in the bathtub. Back in the day, Rode met Stella on a dating site. She's attractive, and he's a millionaire. It's perfect. So they quickly fell in love, and Rode moved from Minnesota to Florida to be with her. A few years go by, and Rode buys a house for them. It's a 4,000 square foot house, Victorian-style home. He falls in love with it because he sees the potential. Ultimately, he wants to renovate it and make it more modern, so they move in. They start working on this big renovation, but strangely enough, even after moving in and getting married, Rode still hasn't put Stella's name on the deed, which she really wants. Not only that, but she's also the one paying for all these massive renovations. In fact, Rode, the so-called millionaire, doesn't pay for anything. His cheap ass won't even pay for their groceries, and Stella can't figure out why he's always skipping the bill for everything. Regardless, over time, Rode becomes obsessed with renovating this house. A couple of years go by, and they're still working on these renovations with very little to show for it. On top of that, at this point, Stella has spent over $250,000 trying to fix the place up. So obviously, she's very unhappy. Naturally, they start fighting. A lot. And it gets pretty bad. Like, so bad that they're not even sleeping in the same bed. But despite how unhappy Stella is, Rode is still obsessed with fixing up the house. And just when you think things couldn't get any worse for Stella, Rode gets an idea. An idea that could supposedly fix all their problems. He wants to go on this reality show called Zombie House Flipping. It's a show where they find old, rundown houses and renovate them. So, they start meeting with producers for the show. The producers check out their house and are like, "Your house is a wreck. It's perfect." So everything moves forward, and eventually, pre-production begins. But Stella is still not happy. She's not feeling this reality TV stuff at all. And then, it gets worse. Because at some point around this time, she finds out that Rode has been lying to her. She discovers that he isn't actually a millionaire. He's never been a millionaire. He spent what little money he did have to buy that house. And that's when things really go south. A couple of weeks before they're supposed to begin filming, they go to a meeting with the producers. And this is when Stella finally snaps. She's fed up with everything. This house has been a nightmare. It's cost her $250,000 in renovations, and now they're about to have a TV crew in there. Plus, Rode still won't put her name on the deed. So Stella just says, "Fob, watch this," and storms out at the end of the meeting. Realistically, that probably killed their chances of getting on the show. And this really pisses Rode off, because at this point, his obsession with this house has become his entire personality. He doesn't even have a job. He just oversees renovations all day. A few days after that meeting, Rode and Stella are at home. And I assume they started fighting because they'd been fighting a lot. And that's when, suddenly, Rode loses it. He freaks out, beats her up, and then strangles her until she's unalive. Then, he puts her in the bathtub and calls the police.
Hello?
She's not breathing. I'm trying to do CPR. I can't.
Okay, listen to me. Can you tell me what your address is?
I don't know. It's too late.
When the cops show up, Rode tells them that he just found her there, like, "Oh, she must have slipped and fallen." But the police are not buying his story. I mean, she's all beaten up. She's got strangulation marks on her neck. She definitely didn't just fall in that tub. So eventually, they arrest him. They charge him with first-degree murder. Here's his mugshot. He goes to trial, he's found guilty, and he's sentenced to life. And of course, all of this happened in Florida. Shout out to Florida. That's it for today's Monkey Business. Like, share, and subscribe. See you in next wild story.